I think the thought process that got us really interested into lead gen was, okay, so you're telling me right now, when we were doing drop shipping, we have to convince people to pull out their credit card, write their credit card information, buy a product that is $30, $35, and with lead gen, you're telling me that all we have to do is show them a product or service that can save them money. So they're saving money and they're not pulling out their credit card, they're just putting their information. Sign me up. Like, we gotta test this.
So I changed the name of the podcast. It used to be Seven-Figure Entrepreneur. I just changed it to Advanced Affiliate. I'm changing everything because like Advanced Affiliate's my mastermind. But I also changed my course. So I have a Advanced Affiliate school group as well. And then, the podcast is getting changed to Advanced Affiliate. I just want everything to be same brand, make it easy. People don't have to go a million places to find stuff, but same good podcast, just new name, So
yeah. It's good for brand awareness, keeping everything congruent.
Yeah, because and like sometimes people ask me like, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, well, I got this podcast, and then I got this course, and then I got this event, and all different names. Yeah. So it's just like, one umbrella, way easier.
But do you feel like everything still goes around Gabe Vansel, like yourself, like your personal brand, kind of like connects the dots back to you, right?
Yeah, it does. It does, and it's like, yeah, you know what? It's good, but it's bad. I was thinking about this because I'm like, I am essentially the brand for everything, which is valuable, right? Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, if I ever wanted to leave it, it just dies, unless you like put a different figure in place or like, I don't know. I don't know if there's much value in a brand like that without the person who sort of started it, unless you start transitioning other people into the mix.
True. Like if you want to exit your company, you're gonna have to exit it without you.
And labeling it like a company is it's loosely a company. It's just me just like doing a whole bunch of random shit, unorganized, but getting it done,
and having fun along the way.
Yeah. No, it's great, man. Meeting some awesome people. I definitely enjoy it. So, but anyway, man, I forgot to introduce you, Manuel Perez. So you have two last names on Telegram, man. And I don't want to like fuck it up, but which one do you go after?
No, it's actually one last name. It's just it has a compound. It's a compounded last name. It's like a Hispanic thing.
Oh yeah,
that's Spain. So Perez-Trujillo is, but
bro, I'm too Canadian to understand that shit.
I'm used to it, man. I wish it wasn't like that. It's very complex sometimes. People misspell it all the time. I order credit cards and it comes with the first last name and the second. Like it's very but it is what it is.
But dude, I bet you Spanish people nail it all the time. They like, they know. They're like, oh, this is normal. Like this is great, Us whiteys, like my Canadian self, I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? Did he take this after marriage? Like
that's so funny, man. Yeah.
Anyway, well, welcome, my friend.
Thank you, man.
How do we meet? Oh, I know how we met. So you wanted to come to one of my masterminds, and then you're like, hey, I want to bring all my team. And I was like, hey, whatever. Gave you a price. And you're like, no, that's not going to work. And I was like, oh, I guess this guy's just like MIA, not going to come through, whatever. He bought a ticket the night of the event. Like the next day it started. He bought it at like midnight. And there's a little bit of planning we have to do when we get new people in, and we got to take their lunch orders, make sure everyone's got what they need. And I'm just like, I woke up and I was like, who is this guy that's buying this ticket like 5 hours?
Showed up last minute.
Yeah, but we got it done. It was great. And I'm so happy you came through because I got to meet you, sort of hear about what you do.
Likewise.
And I thought this would be a great opportunity to get you on the podcast because, man, you've done some big things. You've done some really big things. And I found it very interesting of like kind of what you got into and kind of where you're going now, just in terms of your expansion and how big things are getting on your end. So if you want, can you kind of like take us from the beginning of how you sort of found this space and sort of what got you to where you are now?
For sure. And by the way, man, thank you so much for having me. I think that the reason why actually I bought the ticket to the mastermind was because I think we have a lot of mutual friends. And I always saw your masterminds and I'm like, oh, one day I have to go. Your podcast, so I can tell that a lot of people in the industry respect you, and now when I met you I realized why. So very humbling and very awesome to be part of your podcast now.
I appreciate
Man, we
that.
started. Yeah, for sure. So I actually started in the space through drop shipping in 2018, around 2018.
Nice.
Got into drop shipping. Actually, I'm an architect, so that's a whole long story.
Oh,
I
really?
actually, yeah, I'm actually an architect. I went to school for architecture, got my master's, worked as an architect, then realized quickly that it wasn't my thing. The whole corporate environment, architecture wasn't my thing. So I moved in technology. I dabbled. I went to Cupertino, worked there for a little bit in a big tech company. After that, came back to Miami. I got a really good position as a chief design officer for a startup. That did terrible in terms of financially. The company was doing really bad. They couldn't sustain me, so
Yeah.
I was kind of like out trying to figure out what do I do now. What's my next move? Do I go back to being an architect? Do I go back to working at this tech company in the Bay Area? What do I do, right? And so around that time, drop shipping was hot. There was a lot happening with drop shipping. Everybody was talking about drop shipping. And I said, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe I should try to do my own thing. And did a few courses. Took a while, but you know how it is. It's about meeting the right people, surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals that maybe have done it. Learn and be persistent until you crack it. So that was my first win in the industry, and what got me to be hooked, to get obsessed about marketing, digital marketing. For my first month, breakthrough month, was like $600,000 of revenue.
Damn.
After 6 months of actually trying
Yeah.
really hard,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
it wasn't like from one to the next.
Yeah.
But after 6 months, I finally get my breakthrough product, and did $600,000 in revenue, like $120,000 of profit
That's amazing.
and that changed my life. That was a breakthrough moment of like, okay, never again am I going back to maybe a corporate job. I think I can do this, on my
Yeah.
own, or at least surround myself with the right people to build something big. So that was my
Yeah.
first introduction to the industry.
That's so sick. Do you
Um,
can you tell me what product it was?
it was a cleaning product, man. It was like a cream with a sponge. That it was a
Yeah.
multi-purpose cleaning product. And at the time, it was myself, and I had one person doing like customer service, I think. And I mean, man, I made it in a month, what would take me a whole year
For
to
sure.
in architecture. So I was like
Yeah. Yeah.
automatically hooked.
It, it's
um
it's it's so funny the struggle getting to that first product, right? Because we used to do drop shipping
yes.
too, so I sort of understand it. But like, dude, it seems like so unreachable when you're doing it. You're just like, why is nothing working? And it's very frustrating. But then as soon as you get something working, you're like, oh, that was fucking easy. Like that was so easy. Like, why didn't I do
Yep.
that before? And it's still that same way. Like I tell everyone all the time, like it's gonna seem like it's impossible until you crack it, and then you're like, that wasn't that hard.
Yes, and then you realize, wow, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
I just
for
I just
sure.
had to I just had to do a checklist and
Yeah,
finally get it. But yeah,
yeah,
it has a little bit of randomness and luck to it, and
for sure.
getting the right account, getting the right
Yeah,
pocket of audience, etc.
yeah,
But yeah, that's how we first started with drop shipping, and then we transitioned into that's like about a year and 2 years later we transitioned into affiliate marketing. I met my business partner actually with the drop shipping
nice.
space, and
Yeah,
then we transitioned into affiliate marketing.
that's cool. When you sort of dove into affiliate marketing, did you start with lead gen or did you start with more like black hat or stuff like that? Because I feel a lot of people do go that way. They go for like diet pills or whatever, VSL style stuff,
Yes.
or even ClickBank. And then they sort of be like, okay, I'm tired of losing accounts. I'm tired of this sort of chaos. Let's move over to something a little bit cleaner, which is lead gen.
We actually started with lead gen. So
Oh,
lead gen was our
interesting.
first. Yeah, lead gen was our
Cool.
first 2020, at the end of 2018 actually. That's when we started the Leads Icon. We founded Leads Icon with my co-founder,
Yeah.
Manuel Olivos. He's another Manuel, so it's like
Oh,
two
nice.
Manuels.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manuel squared.
Yes, and then our COO, who recently became a partner in the company, he's also another Manuel. He's in
Oh, that's
Colombia.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. So that's cool.
So two Manuels.
So that transition, how come you stopped doing dropshipping? Did it just get kind of challenging, or the margins weren't there for you, and you're like, we need to transition into something bigger? Or what was your sort of thought process with that?
Well, the ups and downs, right? Of like, you have a product, you scale it, and then it dies out, and you have to start over again. And I think lead gen is very similar, but I think the thought process that got us really interested into lead gen was, okay, so you're telling me right now, when we were doing drop shipping, we have to convince people to pull out their credit card, write their information, write their credit card information, buy a product that is $30, $35. And with lead gen, you're telling me that all we have to do is show them a product or service that can save them money. So they're saving money and they're not pulling out their credit card, they're just putting their information. Sign me up. Like, we got to test this. Right. So yeah, it sounded like a no-brainer. And also, right, the challenging with the challenging part of drop shipping was the payment gateway, PayPal, say keeping your money for 6 months, Stripe, scaling, talking to the manufacturers or talking to the people in China. It's just having way too many factors that could affect your business. And then we
Yeah.
thought lead gen, well, we just have to find the right creative, the right offer, and once we dial that in, we can scale, and hopefully it could be unlimited. Like there's not going to be any more cap. And so
Mhm.
that was our first thought process, and
That's
partially it's true.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different than it was in 2018, for sure, but
for
it's
sure.
still great. You just have to be better at it,
Yes,
and think about it more than like affiliate marketing, and more like a real business. So,
absolutely.
um, what was kind of the first niche you started with when you got into it?
So we tested our first offer that we tested. It was like a cancer testing kit offer. We ran like $15,000 into that offer. It did terrible. We lost money.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't. We couldn't crack it. And then the second one that we did was, you know what? Let's look for something that is more evergreen. So auto insurance was the
hey, there you go.
was the next thing, and that was it was a blessing, right? Because that was really what took off the business. I think we started in August. The business. This was my business partner and I. We didn't have employees or anything. And I think in our first 12 months, well, that same quarter, we did like 6 million in revenue. Q4, we did like 6 million. Our first Q4, we did like $6 million in revenue. And our first 12 months running the business, we did like about $8 million, um, 8.5 million dollars of revenue. So we
That's
really
crazy.
crushed Q4.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but it was just the two of us. I mean, we were going
yeah,
to sleep, man, at 6 a.m. every morning. I remember my wife waking up to go to work, and I would be there sitting in the like setting up
yeah,
campaigns, like testing
yeah.
creative. So
But
yeah,
you know what, man? It's like it's one of those things because like I feel, and I think that people in this industry will get that, but people that are not in this industry don't understand it. But like when you have something that works, you're like, you don't know when it's going to end. So you literally have to like put your heart and soul and every ounce of energy you got in it to milk out as much money as you can, because it could all go down tomorrow. Like you could lose your ad accounts, you could lose everything. And I understand now, um, us older gentlemen that have been doing it for a while, like we have more structure in place, so it doesn't go down as often. But dude, even now, like if I have a campaign that's completely going off, I'm like, okay, I'm not sleeping for till this is dead, so
yeah,
you got to do it. You have to.
yeah. I think that the mindset shift for us was after a while. Yeah, you have ups and downs, right? When it's only
Yeah.
two people on the business, you have a lot of ups and downs because it depends on you. Now,
Hmm.
when you have systems in place and when you can delegate and automate big part of your business, then that stability is easier to achieve, right? You have
Yeah.
way more people working towards the same goal. As a matter of fact, I think it was a big turning point the moment that our third business partner, Chris Groves, joined Leads Icon, because at that point we were able to like focus on different areas of the business. He focused more on the creative side. Manuel Olivo's focused more on the media buying side. And I focused more on partnership growth.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment for us. Where if you look at the the track record of our business, it was a big jump in revenue after we started like diversifying efforts,
Yeah.
um, building teams around that.
That's really cool. And I think that that happens a lot. Like you go from the wild west media buyer to be like, okay, this is not sustainable. This is great, but it's not sustainable, so we need to get some real business and structure and systems in place. And then it just adds such a level of stability. And I think it also adds like people can focus on what they're really good at. So they're not being pulled a million ways and sort of, I wouldn't say slacking, but like struggling in other areas that they're not so good at. So that's interesting. Do you miss when it was just you two at all? Just like pounding away on ads, or no?
I reminisce. I mean, I reminisce about those times
Yeah.
because those were really very special times where my business partner and I just build like really strong bond because you go through some stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like good and bad, and I do go back to those times, but I mean, I love what we have now. I
Yeah.
love the fact that we have such a strong team. I mean, now combining both companies, it's gonna be like more than 120 people now. So
Oh wow.
we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
amazing team and the leadership that we're building around us. So yeah, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that great team that we have. But
Yeah.
that was the root, right? Like starting when you're like back in the garage or back
Yeah.
in the room by yourself, just you on the computer, just crunching
Yeah.
some ads. Yeah, I do miss that sometimes, but when I think about the
Yeah.
growth that we've had, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah. I feel like mentally, it's probably a little bit better of a toll on you now than it was back then too. Um, One thing I
Yeah,
kind of wanted to dive into, because like I didn't know this, but you showed me in Miami, is just you guys came up with some really cool creatives, and like you don't have to give them away or anything like that on here, but I think that most people were not producing that level of creative. And what was the number that you told me that that one ad made, the one with like
the
the car
dropping.
wrecking place? Yeah.
Yeah, that video was generating about $250,000 of revenue per day
Yeah.
consistently for like a few weeks, and yeah, it was doing over 100K of profit
Oh wow,
per
that's
day,
amazing.
per, day, per
That's
day.
amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
one video, man. That's the crazy
yeah,
part about this business is that all it takes is one good video to like take
yeah,
off.
yeah. And like I'm not gonna give it away, but there, like the production on this was, it was a well thought out video. It wasn't just like some
Yeah,
random being like, hey, I saved a bunch of money on a car insurance and like that's it. It was elaborate. And then I think it would be pretty
yeah.
challenging to replicate now without AI.
Yeah. I don't mind talking about it, by the way. I don't
Okay,
mind
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about it. You know how this
I
business
just
is?
don't know, right? And I don't want to give away shit that you don't want to give away. So
No,
if you
no, no,
want
no,
to
no.
have at it.
Yeah, actually, you know what's funny? We have tested that video recently, and
Yeah.
it hasn't worked out as well as it used to. So
Interesting.
it's part of the marketing world. I think we have cycles and things.
Yeah.
The things that were working a few years back are not the same things that are working now, and it's
Hmm.
gonna keep changing and evolving.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get back to a moment where something like that works,
Yeah.
but we realize that that style of video is not really doing pretty well now.
Hmm.
But yeah, that we dropped the car. I mean, the strategy behind our videos, we call it the Trojan Horse. Um, the concept behind what has worked for us is that our ads don't look like ads. Our ads are supposed to entertain. So that's the first concept. Every time that we come up with an ad, it's like, okay, how do we introduce the service or product without sounding salesy, without actually doing an ad? Because people on social media, they want to be entertained. They don't go on Facebook and Instagram to find a better auto insurance. They go on Facebook and Instagram because they wanna break from their real world, or they want to be entertained.
Yeah.
So we use that, we leverage that to bring attention, bring eyeballs, and then once we have their attention, that's when we at the end, when the retention of the video is, you look at the graphic and the retention of the video is high, then we display that product or service, and typically it crushes. Like once we already have their attention, they're too deep into the video to like leave at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do this. Why the All right, I'm in one of the largest junkyards in America, and today I'll be talking to its customers. If I lower their car insurance, they give me $1. If I can't, I'll have my car dropped from 20 feet on the ground. So the guy's paying $233.30. Do this for me, man, and fill out the form. Is that real? That is gonna be the new monthly bill. All right, so how much you paying right now?
$250.
What the f? Why the f did you drop it? Car, I didn't tell you to do this.
He doesn't want to talk, but do you lower your insurance?
Yes, he did lower my insurance. $56 monthly.
Wow.
Amazing, right?
That's crazy.
Not too happy about today's video, guys, but I hope my insurance is gonna take care of that. But if I could help everyone else save on auto insurance, then I can help you. Hit the link below and start saving today.
So yeah, the part of the video is that the video started with a car being dropped from 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
But we don't reveal the outcome. The car is dropped, and that's the cliffhanger, right? The cliffhanger idea of not really showing what's going to happen, but the human mind is so curious that they want to see what's going to happen. I want to see what's going to happen to the car. How are people going to react? So that's what we're tapping into. And so the whole video goes around. The guy is in a junkyard. And he's talking to customers, and he tells customers, I challenge you, if I don't lower your car insurance, I'm going to drop my car from 30 feet in the air. But if I do lower it, you have to give me $1. And so people, okay, just $1? Okay, let's do it. And so he will go through a few customers. He lowered everybody's car insurance. But then at the end, when he's interviewing the last person, there was a mistake. Like the guy on the crane made a mistake, and he actually drops the car. So that's how we connect the dots. And yeah, that video was massive. Since day one, that video was insane. Click-through rates. We're talking about the average watch time of that video was almost like, 30 seconds. Like people were just watching that video, sharing the video. So it kind of went viral, not only on the page side, but people were sharing it so much that we were getting a lot of engagement. And that's why it really, we call those the grand slams. They don't come so often, but when they come, it makes up for all the mediocre videos.
Dude, that's so sick. That's definitely cool. And just the level of thought that went into that video was very, very impressive. And to be honest, I don't think I saw it before until you showed it to me. I think that a lot of people, once they see it, they'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before, because apparently it got ripped a million times, right?
Yeah, it did. It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? I think it's funny, man. Like that's just kind of just part of the game, Yeah. Interesting. That's really cool, man. And like, have you had any other like grand slams since that? Like, you guys must produce some crazy stuff if that's your level.
Yes. Yeah. So we had a video where we chased people with a mariachi band, and we kind of peer pressure people into like, let's check your car insurance. Let's lower your car insurance. With a whole mariachi brand around them.
Whoa, $73. $73.
1, 2, 3. Vámonos.
What's up, man?
Do you drive a car? Let me lower your car insurance today. You got the cell
website?
phone?
Yeah, I got a cell phone.
Let's go to the website.
Whoa. You didn't tell me I had $250 per month, and you're telling me now I have $73? $73. Get a man.
We're gonna go to the picture gallery, guys. Let's go. Let me lower your car insurance, guys. Don't worry, it's gonna only take 30 seconds.
I pay way more than $88 for my tablet.
I mean, if you guys just went down, I need to check too. No
Try it
way.
out.
Maybe it was worth letting him in for a second.
Just hit the link below now and start saving on your car insurance.
That did really well. We did a video where we got into the water with alligators. And we went to a zoo. And the challenge was, hey, if I'm so confident that I can lower your car insurance, that if I don't, I'll jump in the water with alligators, or I'll get in the cage with wolves.
I'm at Everglades Outpost today, and I'll be talking to people from all over America. And if I can't lower your car insurance, I'm gonna jump into a cage with wolves. Oh!
Oh my God, it's right there.
How you guys doing? Sorry, how you guys doing today? Where you from? Hey, how you doing, guys? How you doing? Excuse me, where are you from?
DC.
Do you drive down there? Let me lower your car insurance.
From Brooklyn, what's up?
Let me lower your car insurance today. Don't worry, it's only gonna take you 30 seconds.
We're all right, brother. We're good.
Are you sure?
We're good, thank you. Next time.
So how much are you paying for your car insurance right now?
Paying about $230.
230. Go to autodiscountquotes.com. Do you have your cell phone?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's only gonna take you 30 seconds.
How come?
It's gonna take 30 seconds. You just go to autodiscountquotes.com. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to compare all the different options and you can keep the same coverage. You're just gonna have to pay lower. How much you paying right now?
Roughly around 4.
It's only gonna take you 30 seconds. Autodiscountquotes.com.
Joke, or you wasting
No,
time
and
here?
if I can't lower your car insurance, I'm gonna jump into the cage with wolves.
This guy's serious.
Wow, look at this. That's less than half of what we're paying right now.
How much is it?
$72.
Can you show it to my camera crew?
Wow.
$72, guys.
This is real, or are you serious?
It says real as that tiger right there, bro.
This is real?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of money that I'm saving on there.
How much you saving now?
Almost $200 at least.
How much did you pay before? $150 and $77? Guys, $77 a month. That's gonna be the monthly payment dish.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, actually.
Would you mind showing it to my crew?
Ah, thank you, man.
You're welcome. I did save everyone on their car insurance, so I don't have to go into a cage with wolves, but I'll let them play with my head. Guys, autodiscountquotes.com. Start saving today.
And so we tried all these different angles, these crazy angles, and a lot of them would work.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we did have like a lot of big videos like that.
Yeah.
There was one
really
also
cool.
where we, for debt settlement, we did one where we actually went around banks, but it's like dressed. You know the Money Heist Netflix show?
Yeah.
We dressed up a few actors on the Money Heist mask, and everybody was an actor, but nobody knew what was going to happen in the video. So
Yeah.
there was a group of actors that were dressed as a Money Heist, and there was another group of actors that wasn't dressed. That was just told to like, hey, stand by the ATM in the bank and just act like you're taking out money.
Yeah.
And so we would surprise them with a car.
After days of planning, we decided there's a legal way to rob a bank, and it might be easier than you think. So we headed to our first spot, where we found the perfect people to help with our first legal robbery.
Go. This, bro. Take the money. Yo. That's not funny. That's not funny. I don't like that. That's not funny, bro.
Take the money. Here.
Nah, bro, I don't like this game.
No, you gotta
That's
take the
not
money.
funny.
You got credit
You know
card
if you
debt?
go around these things, you can get beat up, right? That's not funny. That's not funny. You can't go up to random people like that.
And they weren't so happy, but we are about to change their lives.
Credit card debt's not funny. Go to creditcardheist.com. You gotta pay that credit card debt off.
The results came in, and it was better than she could have expected.
Congratulations. We just relieved $24,280 in credit card debit?
So we went from location to location, and some people just weren't ready to let go of credit card companies robbing them.
No, señor, gracias.
And then it turns out some people already hit the debt-free jackpot.
Credit card debt? Nah, I'm debt free, baby.
In fact, we started helping so many people we had to keep count.
Are you gonna help me eliminate that debt?
Yes, we will. Sir, you're blocking my success story.
Take the money! Take the money! Take the money right now!
And some people didn't have over $10,000 in debt, so unfortunately they didn't qualify at this time.
Oh, but I have to have more than 10,000?
But that's okay, because we decided to help them anyways. God's plan. God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't. Yeah, I feel good, sometimes I don't. Let's get back to the video. And the biggest surprise of the day is one lucky lady had all her debt removed due to an error we found on her credit card contract.
Approved! That's what I'm talking about.
We're not really robbing anyone. It's the credit card companies that are robbing you. That's right. We just want to help people get their credit card debt written off by banks. So, would you recommend this to anybody that has at least $10,000 in debt or more?
Oh, I 100%. I don't have any more debt.
We've recovered over $10 billion in debt for people just like you.
That's right. The write-off deadline is Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for anybody with more than $10,000 of credit card debt.
Honestly, man, those videos do great. A lot of UGC content also does great. But when you, like when we build relationship with our buyers and we show them the kind of video that we do, it really helps us build that trust with them, because they don't see us as another affiliate. Unfortunately, in the affiliate space, a lot of people just rip. I would say, unfortunately, 85% of people rip.
For sure.
And at least 85%.
Yeah.
And so typically buyers, when you're trying to build that relationship with buyers, they don't know if they're working with a real agency that's actually producing content themselves, or if they're working with another, company that's just ripping and running. And so when we show them those videos, like, no, we actually did this. Look, this behind the scene footage. This is us. The conversation changes, and you can tell the trust changes. And so, yeah.
And I'm assuming, based on the video, like I saw that one, but I'm assuming the quality on that is like absolutely amazing.
Yes. So, because if you think about it, it's very clean. It's very clean. It's not really aggressive.
Yeah.
We're using the video to do the selling. The video is bringing enough attention that we don't have to promise people a $6,400 card in the mail.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no EBT auto insurance deals. There's a lot of crazy shit out there, man. One thing I also want to drive home, and like I you don't have to give away numbers on this, but like, roughly what percentage do you think that you get paid more than the average affiliate, just based on the quality and level of leads that you're providing them?
Ooh, that's a great question, man. And I think that's a big topic that needs to be talked about more, right?
Yeah.
Quality beats quantity every single time, right? When you're building a relationship with buyers, especially, quality talks. Quality does the talking. Quality does the negotiation. Quality does the deal, right? It closes the deal. So for us, focusing on quality first and using the strategies that we use to bring attention and bring quality always guarantees that we get the best payouts. And so that's the one way that we differentiate ourselves from the people that are running the very aggressive angles that are all kind of competing for the bottom. We try to kind of differentiate ourselves with, like, okay, let's use creativity. Let's think outside the box. Let's bring attention, but let's focus the attention with the right intent. That makes a huge difference in our business, and that's why we've gotten to the place that we've gotten today. Which, I mean, this year is our biggest year yet, and we have kind of grown every year. From last year, we grew 100% from last year to this year.
Oh wow, that's huge. In a year, that's insane.
In a year, right? And obviously it was building the team, but quality. If the quality wasn't there, if the value wasn't there, we wouldn't have been able to grow to the volume that we're running right now.
I'd also like to point out that, like, one thing that we've heard a lot in the last year is most affiliates are, I think the high level guys are doing more volume than they've ever done, but it seems like the mid level guys to lower have been struggling on and off this year due to, like, whatever Facebook changes, what companies are willing to pay out on the lead side of things. But to hear that you've been able to grow 100% despite all of that, because, like, I'm sure you guys still have some of the Facebook issues or Google issues or whatever it is, traffic sources you're running, right? Like, you still media buy the same way that we media buy. So I think that's the main thing here is quality and the direct relationships, because when you see that price fluctuation, maybe it cuts into your bottom line a little bit, but you're still able to scale that. Like, your margins are still there. You can still push that volume, versus like the mid-level guy who's getting paid $12 per auto insurance lead, which is, like, even 12 seems kind of high these days, depending on where your quality's at. They're just going to get pushed out and have to pause, or they're going to have to go more shady and aggressive and then just, like, burn and turn affiliate offers.
Yeah, I think also it's about listening to the feedback of the buyer, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, most affiliates, and we did this too. We made this mistake too. You kind of focus on your benefit first.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's harder to focus on the other person's benefit first. I get it, but when you do that, when you put your partner's benefit before yours, business just flows, man. It's just business is about relationship. at the end of the day. Business is
Yeah.
about building relationship, about both winning, and you got to sit on the side of the other person to understand and have empathy to understand what are the pain points. How can I offer more value? What is it that they need? Do they need more homeowner data? Do they need more prime versus subprime? And so when you start catering to your buyer, it's easier to get better payouts. It's easier to scale more, to get more cap. Otherwise, you're just competing with everybody else, right? And just so that's the way that we see it.
And I think selfishly, it gives you much more leverage in the conversation, right? Like I feel that like if the average affiliate's going to these buyers and your quality's just enough or like just a little bit below, they don't really care if they lose you because there's like hundreds of you out there, thousands of you out there, right? But if you are in that top 20% of quality, they're going to bend over backwards to give you what you need. You probably have like insane levels of cap because I mean, why wouldn't they want that? Leads that convert, right? So I think that overall, it's just a completely different playing field being at that top level of quality. So,
yeah, man. And the fact that we have teams that are constantly listening to that feedback, sending that feedback back into the team, iterating to improve quality, to improve retention, etc. That has allowed us to, when teams really focus on one activity and they do it multiple times, they just keep getting better and better. Sometimes boring is good. I know that we tend to have like shiny object syndrome and we tend to like look for the next shiny object. But when you have a team that is built around one system and one specific outcome, and they're constantly doing repeating, doing the boring thing, that's when the magic happens.
Yeah.
And so, that's been one thing that we have changed in our business that has made a big difference, is that we have teams specified, specific to each activity, and they're constantly improving and improving and improving. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can you give us some like tips on improving quality? Because I think that from like I think it's a major problem across everyone. Like even our team has quality issues all the time. Like I think it's just like part of the game. And I'm sure you have quality issues at times too, just based on whatever you're testing or whatever's going on in the space. But I think the hardest part, at least from what I've noticed, is going from low quality to high quality in a shorter period of time. Like even within 30 days, I feel that that's a challenge these days. So can you kind of give some insight on what you guys sort of look for and sort of steps you take to try and get that quality up to make the buyers happy?
Yes. So it's all creative, man.
Yeah.
It all comes down to creative. I think the creative is the biggest driver of quality in your business. I mean, the right creative, bringing the right intent. Obviously, with targeting, you can focus on the specific states that are monetizing best for your buyer. And but I think quality and understanding your creative, understanding the value that each creative is bringing, right? The LTV of each creative, and having that very deep conversation with the buyer is like, look, let's break it down. Let's look at each creative. What quality is this creative bringing versus this creative? Because the affiliate is looking at half of the movie, right? Half of the story.
Yeah.
And the buyer is looking at the other half of the movie. And if you're not on the same page in terms of, look, maybe this specific sub ID is bringing a much higher EPL, but it's costing me more to generate it. So this whole time you're looking at a blend of traffic. Maybe you're getting creatives that have low EPLs with a creative that has high EPLs, and you're getting the blend of that, but you're not really noticing what's working. And in our side, we're just killing based on ROI. So we're seeing, okay, this creative is bringing great quality, but it's costing me so much to generate it that I'm going to kill it because I'm negative on it.
Yeah.
The conversation should be the other way around. We should first look at, okay, what is the creative or the sub ID that is bringing the most value? And let's cater to that. If we have to scale that more, let's scale it more. Do you have to pay me more? Does it make sense for you to pay me more? Do you have more margin on this kind of creative? So if we're not on the same page with the buyer, we're never going to scale and optimize the right way. And we're both going to be looking at the story, halfway.
Yeah. And I think that there's just going to be some situations where you don't get that kind of info on like a lower affiliate level. So that's why going direct with some of these people is really going to add value to both sides. Like even like working with like Lilia Lead Peer or working with Smart Financial, they're more of a direct sort of setup, and they can give you that insight versus just like running like an Everflow offer, or sorry, and what is it? Provide. What's it called now? It's changed like a million.
I think it's like EverQuote. Is it EverQuote?
EverQuote, yeah, EverQuote, right? Like I feel like they're pretty removed from giving you data. I'm sure if you work directly with them, they're great. But like if you try and run it through an affiliate network, I find it's quite removed. But yeah, my point is go direct so you can get that insight, because without that insight, you're just kind of like shooting in the dark.
Yeah, man. I think, Gabe, what made us really pivot in our mindset was when we opened our insurance agency.
Yeah.
Because at that point we became buyers. So we don't only run leads and calls. Now we buy them. Now we buy leads and calls.
Yeah.
So now we understand the same exact pain points that our buyers have, and that's why we can speak with the same language.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, it's CPA, right? It has to make
Yeah.
sense. CPA,
Yeah.
you know, your cost per acquisition has to make sense for the buyer. If it doesn't make sense for the buyer, you're not going anywhere.
Can you tell me what a good auto insurance lead is like worth to you?
In the insurance side?
Yeah.
So, man, money in insurance is not the same as in our industry. I think the cadence of money is much slower. It's like a real business. Like our business, I mean, the ROIs that we see in the affiliate space are not your typical normal ROIs.
Got it.
So in the insurance world, you're investing a lot of money for a customer, and your only way to make that customer profitable in your book of business is LTV. So you need to be cross-selling all the time. So if you're selling car insurance, you need to bundle that with home insurance and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's the way that companies actually make money, is cross-selling. We're probably, we're very negative, as a matter of fact. Right now in auto insurance, on the insurance side, we're very negative on the front, on the front. But in the back end, when you mix and when you do the renewals, and when you start adding, you start cross-selling from auto insurance into ACA, or from auto insurance into Medicare, or to final expense, or to home insurance, you start increasing the LTV of that customer, and somehow it starts making sense, and you start making money. But in the affiliate side, we're just making money one time and that's it. It's not recurring. It's not recurring.
Sure. Yeah.
So it all depends on how much. To answer your question, it all depends on how much we can increase the LTV of that customer.
Got it. Do you have like a rough LTV of like the average customer?
So right now on auto insurance, we've been running for 3 months. I think right now we break even, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, 3 months is like is nothing, man. Like this will probably take like 6 to 12 months to figure out. And
exactly, and the renewals, right? But for example, for ACA, I can tell you more because we've been running ACA for a year now, year and a half.
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
For the customer acquisition on ACA for us, average has been $110 on marketing.
Yeah.
When you add the complete cost of acquisition, including operations, is around $200, $205, $210.
Nice.
That's the complete cost of acquisition, and typically an ACA policy can go in for us in our book right now is going around 13 months. That's the LTV of a policy. So it is profitable depending on what carrier we're writing the policy on.
Yeah.
We get a different PMPM. PMPM is per member per month.
Got
it. Different carriers give us different commissions, but it's a recurring commission. You get it every single month.
Oh, nice. That's great.
So yeah, you're paying $210 for the whole acquisition of one customer for that, but that customer pays you, I don't know, an average of, I don't know, $26, $27, $28 every single month. So retention is key. If you have bad retention, you don't have a business.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So on the front end, are you just trying to break even on that and then just like pump as many through as you can so you can get that monthly reoccurring coming through?
For sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. We had to do projection models, and we understood that in this business, it takes more than a year,
Yeah.
minimum a year, but more than a year to break even. So it's a
Mhm.
long-term play. It's a completely different brain. It's a completely different
Yeah.
mindset to the affiliate mindset.
It's a real business.
Long-term play.
Yeah.
It's a real business with real, pain points. And I mean, not that affiliate doesn't have a lot of pain points, but
For sure.
you know,
This is different pain points. And like the staff involved to maintain it is a different pain point in itself, right? Like, yeah.
it's a long-term play.
Yeah, it's a long-term play. That's really cool. What's your goal with this? Just to build it up and just turn it into a cash machine, or do you eventually want to sell it? Or
I mean, yeah, you always have to think about what's going to happen, right? In a few
yeah,
years, I think that ideally, there most likely there will be at some point there will be an exit or even going public for
yeah,
BetterWase. I mean, right now we're just focusing on building an amazing agency.
mhm,
We're working on an AI platform as well for agents to log in and be able to write policy under BetterWase as well. So that's going to be coming up in December 15. We're going to come out with that platform.
very cool.
So our next goal is distribution, right? So allow as many people, agents in the insurance world, to write under BetterWase, whether that's ACA, Medicare, auto insurance. We want to give them all the tools
Nice.
that have helped us grow,
Mhm.
so that they can do it as well. So that's going to be our goal, to grow in the platform. Because when you think about an exit strategy, you got to think about, okay, and you were talking about it in the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
If you want to exit your business, you need to know the multiple, right?
yeah,
And so, how can I sell my business? What is the multiple of my business? In the affiliate space, a business can exit maybe 3x,
mhm,
three times the multiple to 5x, maybe if you're
yeah.
lucky. The insurance is maybe like 8 to 10x.
Nice.
But when you add a platform or some sort of software into the mix, that's when you get to your 15x, 15 to
Yeah,
20x multiple. So that's why we're trying to build technology for both Leads Icon and BetterWase, is because if we integrate that into a platform and it's technology and we can scale it because we know marketing, then you're talking about much greater multiple. So
mhm,
our goal for now is to build technology around lead generation, to build technology around insurance.
mhm.
And when we feel that we're comfortable with that and we've grown that and we obviously deserve a higher multiple, we're going to be open to that conversation. But yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. I think I think that if that's sort of if that's your end goal, you definitely view everything much differently than just like money in, money out. You're more trying to integrate everything for that bigger sale. And I think that mindset shift is a tough one for people who may be just running affiliate right now. Um, yeah, that transition is definitely tough. It's quite a different approach to how to do things.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we are kind of like in the middle, right? Because we still love the cash flow that
Yeah,
that Leads Icon is giving us. And it
yeah,
still is Leads Icon is a moneymaker. I mean, we're doing
yeah,
really well thanks to Leads Icon.
yeah,
But on the insurance side, we know that the multiple is higher. We know that it's a residual business, meaning in affiliate you have ups and downs. You're as good as your last month.
yeah,
In insurance, you're building it's building blocks. Every month your residuals go higher and higher. So having that hybrid of like, okay, we still have the ability to bring cash flow and bring crazy
yeah,
ROI, but we're building something that is long term as well. We're
yeah,
not just chasing the shiny object. We're also building a long term
yeah,
business. We love that. We love having that sort of certainty
yeah.
into building towards the future.
Yeah, and I think a lot of companies don't have that. They're just focused on the one side of things, growing it out, hoping for a buyout, and just like running in the negative for, I don't know, 5-10 years or whatever it may be, just in hopes that someone comes in and like scoops it all up. Versus like,
Yeah.
and I really feel that like business is sort of going this way, is like before, the evaluation of companies that were just losing like crazy were still quite high, and people would still sort of buy that. But now I think we've kind of gone into a different phase here in the world where everyone's looking for like, okay, well, how much revenue is this actually generating? What's your profit margins on it? And then how can we tie this together and then buy the whole package up? And I think that's quite a big transition since like the early 2000s.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious because I mean you have like such a big platform, and man, you've been doing this. I mean, you haven't been curious about insurance or like opening up your own agency, like owning the whole funnel. Have you been curious about that before?
Yeah, and there is some stuff that we do own, and like my team, we run both owned and like direct to buyer stuff. And then we also run like affiliate stuff, but like we don't own like a full platform or floor or anything like that. And to be honest, man, I didn't dive into the ACA as hard as everyone else did. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, this is so aggro that I don't know where this is going to go. But I feel like I missed the mark. It was like a bad call on my part. We still run it now, and we ran it a little bit last year, but we were kind of late to the party. But we do make money off of it. But yeah, I've thought about it, man. I just didn't go down that route.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not really like an innovator when it comes to stuff. Like I'm the executioner in a sense. Like I'll get shit done. I'll put the teams together. I'm a quick start on everything, but I'm not the person that's going to like build out an entire company. That's not my strong suit. Yeah.
Have you thought about partnering maybe someday with somebody or like that could do that side, and then you just focus on, because I feel like in any company, both execution and vision and also like is super important. Like, but they go hand in hand. Like you can't have building a company without the right execution. Same with the vision. The vision helps you grow much.
That's why I got Tyler, man. Like Tyler Devon is my guy on that. Like he's the one that has that. He builds out he brings me crazy opportunity all the time. We work on a lot of projects together.
Nice.
And he is the visionary guy, but like you try and get that guy to run an ad and he'd be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. So he's really good in that sense. And so that's why we work really well together. Because I'm great at like ad buying, pushing shit together, getting it done, fast execution. I'll never let anyone down either. Like that's one of my fucking strong suits. So we work really well together on that. So it's a good combo.
I met Tyler, right?
Yeah.
I met Tyler at your mastermind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you guys were partners. That's awesome.
Yeah. Tyler and I have worked together, man, since like we met in an office in Vancouver in probably like maybe like 2016, 2015 or something, like sorry, that's wrong. It was like 2008. It was a long time ago. And we both got into the space doing email marketing, doing like spam email marketing to like massive lists, like million people lists, just doing like big drops to affiliate stuff back in the day. And that's how we met.
Like,
and then we've just stayed in touch.
SMS or email?
Email.
Email.
Yeah, we were doing like AOL and like SBC, like random stuff like that, just doing big drops, man. And then we've just worked together kind of ever since. So.
Wow, that's awesome, man. It's all about collaboration, man. It's all about finding the right people and teaming up, man. I wouldn't have done any of the things that I have done personally without my business partners or the amazing team that we're building. So
it's good. It's good knowing your strength as well. Like I think that like a lot of people kind of lie to themselves and think like, oh, I can do all of this and I'm really good at that. And like, there's no doubt that you can do a little bit of all of that. But a lot of the times you have to step back and be like, am I the right person for this? Like, and I think that's tough, especially if you have an ego. That'll really fuck you in the long run, right?
You gotta stay humble, bro. You gotta stay humble and know, like, look, I'm good in this position. It's almost like think about like a baseball game or a soccer game. Like everybody in the team kind of like plays a different position, but at the end of the day, your goal is to win the match. It doesn't matter what position you play. So, but yeah, I'm a huge advocate of building teams, of like, building leadership, getting people to like grow in the company. For us, we just made one of our general manager a partner in the company. And then when people within the company see that they can reach the top of the mountain and be a partner in the company and not just make somebody else like wealthy, which was one of my biggest struggles when I worked at corporate, America. It's a whole different style of running a company, and we kind of like cater for that. We bring like A players, and we try to bring those A players to the top of the mountain. And it's such a rewarding and humbling experience to see other people change their lives, doing something that they enjoy doing. So I think that impact is kind of is what really fills me up.
Yeah. On the topic of hiring and stuff, man, like I think a lot of people that are listening have either like hired maybe one or two people, or they've hired a big team. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges is finding the right people to grow with. And I know the answer to this because I do it a lot myself. And for us, it's just a volume game. Like you have to hire quick, fire faster, and see who's a good fit, right? But I think a lot of people hold on and try and massage that person into the roles. And has that ever worked out for you?
No. So I can tell you our exact. I mean, I know I'm kind of. I told you at the beginning, right? I'm kind of. I'm trying to see where I could offer a lot of value to your community, because I've listened to your podcast and everybody drops a lot of value. So I don't mind sharing our hiring strategy, which has been crucial. I wouldn't. If I had to put a number on our hiring strategy, I don't know. I think. Well, this year we're about to hit 50 million in revenue. So
Dude,
I don't
that's
know
amazing.
if that could give you a good idea of how powerful this hiring strategy is.
Yeah.
We use, it doesn't matter what platform you use. You can use LinkedIn. There's a lot of different platforms, and we use them all. Indeed, yes, Monster. So it's a bunch of platforms. But what has worked for us is that in the description of the post, of the job post, we make it extremely difficult for somebody to apply. And the reason why we're making it extremely difficult is because we want people that have attention to detail. We want people that go on and beyond. We don't want lazy people. We don't want mediocre people in our team. So we make the job post very descriptive, like they know exactly what they're expecting. And at the end, we leave a description that says, if you want to be part of this team, if you want to be qualified for this position, you must follow this following steps. Write to me an email to this specific email, jobs at whatever, icon.com, with your first name, the position, and the title of the position, and then give me a description of why you would be a good fit. And if there's a specific role that you're applying to, for example, video editors, you tell them, send me the three best examples, of your videos that you edit yourself.
Yeah.
When I tell you, man, that from the 100% of people that apply, only 3 to 5% of the people that apply will actually follow these steps.
I believe it.
So we just did a round where we were hiring actual video editors, and there was 800 people that applied. Out of the 800 people that applied, there was only like 30 applicants that followed the instructions to the T.
Yeah.
So automatically, I'm not going to look at the 800 applicants. I'm only going to look at the people that followed the instructions, that had attention to detail, that did everything as requested.
Yeah.
So from those 30, then you need to filter culture. So culture is a huge point of the hiring process. Why? Because you could have the best A player in the world. If he doesn't fit into your culture, he's just going to be a super toxic, and it's just not going to help your team move in the right direction. So that culture, we call it a culture filter. It's an interview with our COO, and he's actually good at seeing the red flags.
Yeah.
If they pass that culture filter and they have a really good portfolio and they followed everything to the T, man, you have almost 100% guarantee that person is going to be a long-term person in the company.
That's amazing. With the culture thing, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't want to lose where we're at here. With the culture thing, are they working in office, or just you even look for that with their remote workers?
So we have both people that work remote, and we have people that work in the office.
Yeah.
But typically it's the same thing, man. You want somebody that is kind. You want somebody that is a nice person, that is kind, the difference between kind and nice, right? That can tell you things straight up.
For sure.
But that is kind enough to like be easy to work with. They're relentless people that are very, meticulous in their job, that they take their job serious, that persevere to do things, to exceed expectation. That's the kind of person that we're looking for. But if they don't have the quality of being kind and talking to other people and, living in peace, then it's not worth it. It's not worth having somebody like that in your team. So that's what culture means. It's like, okay, does this person fit into our vision, our goals? Would he treat people nice? How would he react in a moment of pressure? How would he encounter bottlenecks, and how would he or she fix those bottlenecks with the team? So it's super important to have that culture filter check.
What's kind of like your hit rate on like percent of hiring that stick with the team?
When after they go through this process, I want to say 85% is a good percentage.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few that follow everything and end up like when you actually put them in to execute the job. And there's a few that when you actually see them in the real position, they don't take things as serious, or they might show some negative traits, and we have to let them go, or they don't perform as we expect them to perform, and we have to let them go. But other than that, 85% of them stick. And it's very important to let those people go, because if you keep those people into the company, it's like cancer, man. It spreads, and it's not fair. It's not fair for the A players, the top performers that are really doing a good job, that they're making similar, well, everybody in our company has commission, but you know what I mean? Like they're kind of like doing the same position, but they're being treated the same. It's not fair for them.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
We have to.
That's cool, man. Awesome. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that's very helpful, because I think a lot of people right now are always looking to expand, looking to hire, especially if it's just like one thing I get a lot is hiring questions and where to find like good media buyers, good video editors, stuff like that, because I feel like that's always the next step once the affiliate gets those profitable campaigns and wants to move to the next level of their business. So, final question here. What would you say to the people that are like the average affiliate right now? And I don't mean average in a bad way, but just like, running the typical affiliate offers, pushing lead gen. What kind of advice would you give them to take them to the next level in the space? I know it's a broad question, but.
Great question. I want to say the advice I would give them is, well, I think surround yourself with the right people. I think networking is super important. Business development. Doesn't matter, what stage of your business you're in. Business development is super important. Automate as much as you can in your business. Delegate as much as you can. Create teams. You could go so far by yourself. I think if you surround yourself with the right people, you could build a long-term business. And I think that more affiliates need to start thinking like business owners and actually create empires and create companies, and than just play solo. I think that your potential solo is this industry is big, but if you surround yourself with the right people and you grow and you have if you're persistent and you persevere and you do the boring thing multiple times, you're gonna be successful. It's gonna be inevitable. So that's my advice.
Dude, that's amazing. Awesome, man. I think that pretty much like sums it up here. You've given the full playbook on how to grow. And it seems like your numbers are pretty insane, dude. Like that's really cool to hear. So I know you didn't give an exact, but like you kind of gave hints on where you're going, which is fantastic. So I love it.
Yeah, man. We're very passionate about what we do. We have a big vision. I'm open about it. I can tell you, we want to hit $1 billion valuation in the next 3-4 years. And it's not easy. It makes me nervous. And if your goals should make you nervous. You should wake up every day and say, "Oh my God, how do we get this crazy thing happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? Like coming from Cuba, bro, I was born in Cuba in the middle of a special period. I was eating bread and sugar every single day for lunch.
Yeah.
So just being in a country where you could actually reach for your dreams and work hard and do better in your life and improve yourself and improve your family, it's just a blessing that I don't take for granted. So every day I'm just driven.
Bro, that's amazing. And like, I feel like half the people that are more than half the people didn't have to deal with any of that shit. So like, congrats, man. That's huge for you and huge for your family as well. Cool, man. Also, if anyone wants to get in contact with you, I think you have a YouTube, right? You've been dropping content, or you're going to?
We have like a crazy organic strategy where we have hundreds of accounts, shooting a lot of organic content.
I thought it was for you
brand.
though. For you specifically though, I thought that you were trying to go after building the brand, or am I off on that?
No. I think if you go to my Instagram, you'll see that I'm doing more videos, more content. But typically those videos I share from other pages that the organic team, we have an organic team doing a lot of content.
Okay.
But Instagram would be a good place to find me.
Okay, cool. We'll include a link below. What is it?
It's Manuel Petruj, Petruj. Manuel Petruj. That's my Instagram.
Cool. We'll include it below. And yeah, man, that's it. I think that's all I got.
Thank you for having me, bro. You have great energy. Since I met you, I can tell that, great person, and it's humbling to see, what you have built and the fact that you wanted to include me in your network and your platform. I'm super grateful for that. So thank you, man.
That's amazing, man. I appreciate that. My headphones just died right at the end there. So that was perfect timing. I love it. All right. Okay, man. Thanks. Cool, man. Appreciate it again. And hope you have a great holiday weekend here.
Likewise, my brother. Take it easy, man.